All right, everyone. So I pre-recorded, or I recorded something prior to doing this little mission, and I kind of gave a precursor to it before I went out and did it. But I don't know what happened to the media. I erased it or lost it somehow, or I don't know, maybe transferring the information over to my computer, my phone, and then computer. This is a very clunky situation for me at this current time, so as I don't really do this very often. But anyways, so I'm re-recording it, just trying to provide a quick introduction to what this was. So it was, I went out, I walked from my house to up toward Carpinteria, not quite to Carpinteria, and I embarked on this journey last Thursday, and yeah, it was pretty much just a walk-in mission. The idea was to clock 50 miles and 100,000 steps, and so I just wanted to get over those marks. Once I surpassed it, I was good. So yeah, there will be a series of videos after this that you'll be able to check out, and hopefully it's interesting. And that's about it for an introduction. I mean, I went with my standard light gear setup. I had my small backpack that I use to hold my MSR 10-liter bag. I probably filled it up to 8 liters. Brought some snacks, some electrolytes, and I brought a jacket, actually a jacket and then a shell. And that's really about it in terms of gear. I wore some just standard like thin field pants, and a t-shirt and ultra running shoes. I took those on my Baldy mission, and they're getting pretty worn out now. I probably put on like 600 miles at this point on them, and they're pretty beat, but they made it fine for this trip. It was great. But yeah, not the greatest intro. Sorry, I had one recorded and I don't know what happened to it, but I wanted to put one together just so I could have something before actually filming the journey. All right. Thank you so much. Everyone, way too dark to see anything right now, but I'm popping out of Thousand Oaks into the Santa Rosa Valley. I've gone about like 2.5 miles, say 3 miles maybe. So I'm actually on trail now as opposed to the road, the asphalt. Super brisk and nice. It's like coming up on 4 o'clock. And no, so it's been 3 miles. I'm like averaging 3 miles an hour, which is slower than I wanted, honestly. But yeah, I'm cruising, and thought I'd just check in. 3 miles in, about 4 o'clock a.m. Cool. All right. Let's see if I can light up the. Yeah, you can't see anything, huh? Maybe a little bit. Anyways. All right, so I'm like, let's see, about 9 miles in, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Now I've gone down to 2.8 miles per hour.
in the hills overlooking, I guess, Camarillo and Oxnard. I think that's Oxnard in the distance there. Still dark. Looking at 6:22 in the morning. It's so fresh and nice though. I love it. It's so brisk. I think now because we're closer to the ocean, it's not so dang cold. But it's pretty nice right now. I'm enjoying this. It's still really early in the trek though. I feel like I'm gonna get, my feet are, I can already feel it in my feet. But there's been a lot of up and down. I've been kind of surprised with that. But anyways, just thought I'd check in. Cool. Alright. Alright, so I'm dropping into Camarillo. I didn't say steps before, but 22,836 steps. Let's see. We're looking at 10 miles, 10.5 miles. About 3 hours and 51 minutes into the trip. So I'm still I'm going pretty slow. Slower than I thought. It is just in general overall time, not just moving time, that's giving me my 2.8 mile an hour pace. I think it's just overall pace. So maybe my moving time might be a little bit quicker, or likely is. But look at how pretty that is. The sun hasn't quite come up yet. Beautiful. My legs are feeling good. They're kind of sore, but not too much, not too bad. Okay, so just checking in here. I dropped into Camarillo a little bit ago. Sun's up. I'm on 4 hours 57 minutes, 14 miles. Let's see how many steps I got. I'm just under 30,000 for the trip. Feels nice and fresh. I'm like kind of surprised how not cold it is. I think it is cold, but I'm walking, so I'm feeling, warm for the majority of this. But yeah, I'm really comfortable. Kind of sore, but it's been fairly pleasant. It's slower, still, as I have said previously, it's slower than like I want it to be, for sure. I was kind of excited. I popped up from 2.8 miles per hour average to 2.9. Been trying to pick up my pace, so that's good. But that's still gonna put me at like 36 miles in 12 hours, which is a far cry from 50 miles. So, but we'll see. I'd like to not get in at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. tonight, but if that's what it is, that's what it is. All right, I'll probably check in around Oxnard. All right, so I'm kind of like entering the zone really between Camarillo and Oxnard. I'm 8 hours and 11 minutes in, 23.1 miles. I'm bringing my pace up, so my my speed is 2.9, getting closer to 3.0 miles per hour pace, which is, it's good. I've been maintaining that like over 2.8 now. It's been mostly 2.9 miles per hour. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm like getting close to halfway. My feet are still kicking. I think my biggest problem right now in my battery pack is kind of at the end of its rope, and I got like 44% battery life, and I'm not quite halfway. So we'll see. I'll probably stop somewhere and charge for a little bit. But yeah, I'm physically feeling pretty good. I stopped and got a Subway sandwich. Other than that, just fruit snacks for food and water. All right, so I just left the Oxnard collection, Whole Foods at the Oxnard collection. It's like a little shopping mall. So I'm at, I paused it while I was in Whole Foods. I'm at 10 hours, 7 minutes, moving time 28.66 miles. My pace is 2.9 miles an hour. I think because I paused it, that's incorporating everything, moving in entire pace. And then what else? And then how many steps have I gotten? I surpassed the 50,000 steps a while back now. I'm at 60,709. So I spent like 40 minutes maybe at Whole Foods charging my phone, and ate some food, sandwich, and had some wonderful kombucha. But when I started back up again, I am so sore. Lactic acid took over something, but I definitely am feeling this. I'm like limping right now, just my legs in general. So I'm definitely feeling it now. Nothing like, no like acute injuries or anything like that, but I am sore. And yeah, cruising through. I'm pretty close to Ventura. I think I'll be coming up on the Santa Clara River soon enough. I'm a ways actually before that, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'll cut out until later. I mean, I'm gonna be walking into the night. I think like 7:38 or something like that probably is what it's looking like. So all right, well, I'll check in again later. Bye. All right, so I had to share this because I'm never walking on the street here. This is golf and stuff in Ventura, city of Ventura. I used to come here as a kid all the time, but it's 30 minutes away from the Canal Valley, so typically always been in a car and you drive past this, but it's just funny to be here, walking on a sidewalk next to it, listening to the music from the outside. A cool place though, brings back, it's got some nostalgia for me, and it's a mini golf course. Anyways, had to share that. Whoa. All right, well, I'm still in Ventura, and I'm about to get to the Ventura River, just on the outskirts of the city, and gonna start heading up along the coast, along PCH 101, whatever you want to call it. I've gotten slower. Let me just give you some general quick information. I'm almost at 78,000 steps. 36.39 miles. My average is about 2.8 now. It's gone down, and I have been walking, like moving time is about 13 hours and 46 minutes, but I started at 3 o'clock a.m. on the dot, and it's looking like I'm not going to get to my end goal of like just south of Carpinteria, Rincon Beach, until 10, maybe even 10:30. I mean, it's been a long, arduous journey. I am extremely sore. I honestly didn't really expect it to be this difficult. I've done some long distance mileage in the past. I'm fairly active. I do 2 to 4 runs a week, 4 miles, 8-minute pace generally ish, and has not been enough. I need to be more like in, like longer through trail fitness level, I think, because it's been brutal. I'm gonna try to make it. My family's on their way to, or not on their way to, but scheduled tentatively to reach the destination at 10 p.m. tonight. I think it's pretty likely that I'm gonna arrive after that, which is a bummer for my partner, but she's willing. So anyways, I thought I would, I know it's dark, you can't see much, just a bunch of street lights, but I just wanted to do a quick check-in and just like just explain how beat I am. But all right, well, I'm continuing along. Hopefully I can speed up.
All right, hey everyone. So this is a few days after finishing the 50 miler 100,000 step challenge. I thought I would just provide some feedback, some thoughts after doing it. So here it goes. So I started at 3 a.m. on this last Thursday, 3 a.m. and I finished at 10:30 p.m. So it was like 19 and a half hours, I believe. It started off really smooth, and it just, at midday I was super sore, and yeah, I was just super sore. I kept trucking and going and moving, but it felt like it just kept taking longer. It felt like it was taking longer than I expected, even though, if you do the math, it is what it is. It's gonna take, if I ended at like 2.8 mile per hour average. So I was hoping I could get over 3 mile an hour, and maybe like 3.5, but I think just there was a little bit of elevation. I think I ended at 2,800 total for everything. Maybe it was 2,300. I don't have the All Trails data in front of my face right now, but it wasn't a lot of elevation, but it was enough up and down, and also like the fatigue it slowed me down, so yeah. And then so the other thing that happened that was not great was that my battery ended up dying. I thought I was going to make it to the end, but battery died while I was walking along on the bike trail up along Ventura, the 101 from Ventura toward Rincon Beach. It died at 47.17 miles and 99,496 steps. So what I did right before it was going to die, or I knew it was likely going to die, so I mapped from where I ended, which at 47.17 miles, that was at the Ventura County, it was the fire station. Yeah, Ventura County Fire Department Station 25. So I measured that, from that to Rincon Beach, and it was 3.5 miles from there, and I had gone 47.17. So I knew that if I got to Rincon Beach, I would be greater than 50 miles and greater than the 100,000 steps. And so I told my partner for her to meet me there at 10 o'clock p.m. So I was able to make it. But yeah, at the end, I was just beat. I didn't have any like major chafing happening or any huge hot spots on my feet or any blisters. But I was just fatigued and just beaten down. And it was like I couldn't drink enough water and electrolytes. And I almost wasn't even hungry at the end. And then kind of felt sick the next day. Almost like flu-like symptoms, because I think I just, I've done it before on marathons and stuff. Like I kind of take it too far and then just feel crappy the next day. So like the whole time I stopped twice for meals, and then like lunch and dinner, and then a few times to buy snacks like gummies and fun stuff, like to keep morale up, and then electrolytes, of course. But I did it. I did the 50,000 steps. It was more than 50,000 steps, and it was slightly more, maybe like 50.7 miles total. Next time I would be a little bit better about pre-packing myself with electrolytes, like actually taking more electrolytes the night before, because I did sweat a decent amount just from moving constantly, burning a ton of calories. I would just put more electrolytes in me, I think, the night before. Maybe do a little bit more of carb loading the night before. And then there was some other thought that I had. But that's the main one, is just put more in my body the night before, so it could give me a little bit more energy for the next day, because it's a long way, man. Like, it's the longest I've ever gone. I think I've done 45 miles before, and it was when I was backpacking, and I felt terrible that time, but I think I was more in shape that time. I kind of went into this a little bit half-cocked in terms of my physical preparedness, and also, like I said, putting more in my body prior to starting the day. But it was fun. It was cool. It was a cool experience. A lot of time to just think, especially after I knew my battery was going to die and I couldn't watch YouTube anymore. But anyways, it was cool. I'm stoked I did it. I'll do something else again. Maybe I'll do like the 50,000 steps, 25-mile, challenge. Maybe somewhere else in like a different location, or maybe go a different direction, because that kind of stuff's fun. I really like it. Anyways, I hope people enjoy this. If there's something else that I could be adding, then let me know.